Do you want to win more games? Do you think there is more to Battlefield than just clicking heads? Do you enjoy Conquest but you don't really know how it works, or are you just clueless and wonder what the heck is going on? In this video, you will learn not only how Conquest really works in Battlefield 2042, you will also learn what you can do to improve your chances to win. But not only that, I'll give you a valuable tip at the end of this video. It's a problem that I see both new and experienced Battlefield players do all the time. So make sure to check it out and stop being a burden for your team. The backbone of the Battlefield franchise is the tickets. In Conquest, both teams start at an equal mass of tickets, which eventually drowns down towards zero. The team to first reach 0 tickets loses. If your game is a really slow and boring one, the team with the lowest tickets as time runs out is the loser. There is no way to increase your tickets, but you can prevent losing tickets, and you can speed up the loss of tickets for your enemy. Whatever you do in Conquest comes down to this principle, but you can do more to affect your situation than you think. Hang around and I will tell you. If you have played Battlefield before, you probably know that it's bad to die and it's good to kill. Furthermore, there are objectives that do something, and well, that's pretty much it. Ever since Battlefield 1942, the Battlefield franchise has based the main experience on Conquest, on the basic concept that more objectives controlled by your team cause a drain of tickets for the enemy, and vice versa. Thus, the objectives are crucial for victory in Conquest. Keep at least an equal number of objectives as your enemy is a must, or your chances to win become slim. In Battlefield 2042, there is sort of a caveat to this though. Instead of just basing the ticket drain on the number of objectives, DICE introduces sectors. On many maps, a sector consists of one objective, which is no different from the classic approach of previous games. However, on some maps, a sector consists of multiple objectives. These are then called something like A1, A2. Yeah, it's the number that gives it away. It's important to understand this, as you will need to control both to assert sector control and to cause bleed. Also, for a quick turn of fortune on the battlefield, maybe a sector with only one objective is the better target. The other way to lose tickets is to die. So in order to inflict bleed on the enemy, just click heads. Oh wait, did we just say Battlefield was more than clicking heads? Actually, there is. You can also prevent loss of tickets. The ticket bleed occurs when you actually die, not when you're downed. So reviving your teammates not only keeps your numbers up in a specific area, it also prevents the ticket bleed, which can win matches. That is why medics are so incredibly powerful in Battlefield. They both win battles as well as the war. By the way, you do know that you can revive your squad mates without being a medic, right? Just make sure to keep your head down and don't get yourself killed while trying to be the friendly team player. You gain an objective in Conquest by having more allies than enemies on the objective. The proximity to the flag of the objective and the number of allies in the objective area decides how fast you can capture the objective. In certain situations, it can be viable to take a position in the objective area to prevent it from being lost, but it can be equally important to kill off enemies before they even reach the objective area, cutting the line of reinforcements. When you spawn on the objective, almost forgot. In Battlefield 2042 Conquest, objectives controlled by your team serves as spawn points. If enemies are nearby, the game tries to be a little bit smart and let you spawn in a position where you aren't in immediate danger, and in a way that you have to rotate to get into the objective area. So it sort of both tries to keep you happy as well as even the odds for the attack of the objective. As you might guess, it usually ends up with everyone being sad and just complaining about their spawn position. As you play Battlefield 2042, you will learn where you and your enemies spawn when on certain objectives, and If you manage to keep that in mind, it makes it so much easier to capture objectives, because you can kill everyone just instantly. That is also probably why you die so fast after respawning, trying to defend an objective. Alright, remember that I explained the role of medics before and how it affects the ticket bleed? Well, let me give you an example that both new and experienced Battlefield players do way too often. But first, you got here, so hopefully you enjoyed the video! Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos like this. Alright, you get into a fight with an enemy squad. Eventually, you end up killing 3 of the squad before you get killed yourself. You feel happy because you single-handedly managed to kill 3 enemies, and you figure that you stopped the push. But, well, you're wrong. Not only did you fail to stop the push, you also cost your team a ticket and the enemy team lost nothing. You should in fact be sad and ponder what made you do something so stupid. How can this be? Alright, so let me explain. And truly, this is way too common. And this is also why some say KD isn't important, or why some get a bit upset when some muppet on top of leaderboard with 30 more kills than anyone else in the team complains about everything else not doing anything, not being able to play. You kill 3 enemies and then you died. A KD of 3 isn't bad, is it? But because the 4th and the final member of the enemy squad survived and killed you, nothing really matters, because he will just revive his friends, or hers, or theirs. I mean, it doesn't really matter where everyone can play Battlefield. But anyway, the result is that you caused them a minor delay, but in the end, as they were revived, they didn't lose any tickets and they just continued towards the target. So remember to keep your friendlies nearby or wipe your enemies. Regardless, don't blame your team. It's easy to do. I think everyone has done it. You get angry and you shout at your team, and it might even be justified, but it will only result in sad faces, and chances are that they will do worse next time you end up with any of them. As a matter of fact, if you get tilted, you will probably do worse as well. Alright, so just a quick sum up of everything. Objectives and sectors. Just control more than the enemy to cause bleed and eventually win the match. Killing and dying, try to revive and wait for medics as much as you can to decrease the number of tickets lost from dying. When you face the enemy team, make sure to kill all of them so they can't revive. Make them actually lose tickets. Understand that there are many ways to play the objective, and you may not know what is the most efficient. Your team, they do whatever they can. Be nice to it and make friends. On that note, I think I'm going to call it. Now you know how Conquest works in Battlefield 2042, how ticket bleed work, and you also know that you should play the objective or kill all enemies. You also know that you should always send flowers to your fellow medic, and remember to be the smiley in team chat. Cheers!